England 1, Croatia 0. England kick off the Euros with a win against a very good side, but overall not a convincing performance. Nathan, what do you make of it?
I know I'm a Villa fan, but I think Calvin Phillips, man of the match. Honestly, that midfield area, he was really solid, and he had a few chances to score. The goal came from Sterling. I think we all wanted Grealish on instead of Sterling, but I think that goal kept him on. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But still, from that, I can't say it was very convincing. But still, we've got the 3 points. That's what we really wanted. I said 2-0 before this game, but still, it's like I don't think Harry Kane's cut out for it. I really don't.
I think it is. I think it was.
I don't.
I think in this game today, he was probably one of the worst players on the pitch.
Yes.
Just only because I just think it was very isolated. I think, as I say, I think it's a very good win today. Obviously, Croatia, a very good team actually on paper. I think it just wasn't there for them today. I think from us, performance. I think the issue was we started off every game, every 15 minutes, in both halves, very well, very attacking. Obviously, the first 10 of the game could have been 1 or 2-0. And then we just seemed to go in our shells, really digress.
Yeah.
Just really didn't feel like anything was happening and felt a bit dull again. And then it was the same again the second half. Have a good 15 minutes, really attacking. Obviously, we get the goal from, for me, the man of the match. Really nice assist from Calvin Phillips. Into Sterling. Sterling proving why he should be in the team. And hopefully now, if he is going to deliver, I've got no problem with that.
Exactly. If he
Delivers.
honestly, because I think he's like, I don't think he should start. But if he's getting the goals in, maybe. But I think Grealish really solidifies his position. Honestly, he should have been on like the last 20 minutes. That's what I'll say. Honestly.
Yeah.
Not just saying because I'm a Villa fan.
But really, again, after that goal, I think we just really digressed again, really played a bit more defensive.
Yeah.
And ultimately come out of it with a win that just doesn't really feel satisfying as, say, Italy beating Turkey. But I suppose, really, in the grand scheme of things, it is a win, it is a good start.
Yeah. 3 points.
I think in terms of man of the match, I've already said Calvin Phillips. I think
Yeah.
was actually really
Calvin.
good. See, I'm a bit critical of him to being in the England squad, considering the formation that we went with. I think it was really well on his part. I think Mings did really well today. I think Trippier surprisingly did quite well at left back. Foden, I thought, really had a nice bit of an impact. Perhaps not as much because it wasn't really going to him to deal with. Sterling, as I said, I think he did surprisingly well, although it wasn't great at times. Kane non-existent, unfortunately. Rice non-existent. Stones not really having much to do, and Cole Walker I thought was having a bit of a nightmare at the start, but I think he grew into him. Was actually all right in the end, but I still think we need a natural right back like I think Reece James would be the much better option. And yeah, really, apart from that substitutions, I think, it brings on. Who does he bring on, Nathan? He brings on Bellingham for
Rashford.
For Mount. Was it Mount?
It was Bellingham for.
Oh, it was Bellingham for Foden.
Yeah, Foden.
Which I can understand, but it should have been made.
Sterling for Calvert.
I think that was the issue with the subs today. It was made too late, and they're at points where they're not really going to impact the game, considering we weren't even really looking like going to be scoring this thing, just more so defending that 1-0 lead. But it's the fact that he brings on Calvert-Lewin with about 2 minutes to go to the end of the game.
Wrong choice.
Rashford really not having much of an impact over Foden. And then taking off these players right at the end with the game to smell. But I think overall, I would like to see Grealish in at some point. I think ultimately now, however, it does prove that to Gareth Southgate, this formula, this formation, the players he's choosing does work.
There's things I want to say, honestly. There's a lot I want to say. So, I know that the English population is not fully with him. I can understand why. I mean, are you with Southgate? Do you think he's the right man for us?
I think he can be. I don't think we're going to win this tournament. I think ultimately it's going to lead to his downfall. But I think you've got to get behind him on the game, obviously.
You've got to get behind him.
And I think we can do it. I think, as I said, we're going next into Scotland. I think that's going to be much easier. I think, for me, really, today was about, similar to what Italy did, get a real good standpoint on our group and really put ourselves in the contention. I think we've done it today, although not convincingly. I think overall it's still a very good win, and obviously That's all you can ask for. We'll roll on to Scotland next, and then Czech Republic, and then we go from there. Any final words, Nathan?
Just, I was saying to you before the game, like, maybe the Villa, like, everyone who's from Villa, obviously it's only Tyrone Mings and Grealish right now. Should have been Watkins, but oh well. Maybe we're the impact subs, because obviously if Maguire was injured, Grealish would say if anything happened to Maguire, Grealish, Mings would be on, sorry.
Yeah.
I am a bit drunk. But with Grealish, I think he should be starting, but I can understand, like, you were like,
Yeah.
about Sterling starting, but I can understand, because obviously Croatia are known for, like, tackles and all that stuff. Grealish is, like, suffering from an injury. I don't think he's quite there yet, but I think he's nearly there in terms of, like, full fitness. But anyway, we've got Scotland next. I think he should be starting against them. Really make a good impact. Some people are saying about 5-0 England for that. I'd say around, from what I've seen today, because I wanted to say, like, what I've seen from the first game, how I think we go against Scotland, Czech Republic. I go, from what I've seen now, maybe 3-0 England, something like that.
I'll go 2-0.
Yeah, so not convincing. Definitely clean sheet. We get the 3 points from. But the last things I wanted to say, definitely Grealish should be starting. But I can understand today, because obviously we checked with Croatia. Definitely start against Scotland. Obviously he's going against his teammate John McGinn. Obviously there's not too many collisions with them. But, you know, yes, it wasn't a convincing win, but at the end of the day, we got 3 points. Should have been 2-0. I think it should have been about 2-0. But it's a good start. You know, we've got three points, but I'll still say I don't think Harry Kane's the man to lead. I'll always say that. I know I'll get probably a lot of stick from it. But from who we've got for that position, Calvert-Lewin, I think he might be a little bit better. That's why Watkins should have been in the squad instead of Ollie White, but still, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I agree with you there. I think there's a lot to improve upon, and I think Scotland then is really going to be a breeze over there. But that's been our instant reaction to England versus Croatia. Leaving the comments down below what you thought about today. But without further ado, he's been Nate, I've been Ben, up the Villa with the pride of England.
Yeah, up the England, yes, lads.
We'll see you at Scotland, and we'll see you then, boys.